Okay, we're moving, trying not to fall over here. Beatrice, great to see you.
Hi, Toon.
You paid attention all day long, right?
My God, yes, all day long I
It was
listened.
quite a journey. This is my daily exercise. The first time today that I'm moving between studios, so it's really great to see you here. Now, you're the CEO of Co.Station, so you see a lot of innovative startups and scale-ups. What did you notice that's happening in the fintech world? Can you give us a wrap-up, a summary of what you saw today? Because you are the person who really paid attention to everything.
Exactly. So the whole day I was asked to listen and to write and to note some things, to do a recap for those who maybe didn't have the chance to follow everything today. So the world after, of course, a very big thematic. And there is one thing for sure, is that we will not go back like how it was before. It's like the COVID, the almighty ruler, changed everything and how we were used to live. And it's happening not only today, but it also, of course, started already yesterday and the day before. And everything is really changing in a speed that we couldn't have imagined before. And for me, I really see two pillars on thematics that we have heard today. It's about the digital, of course, and it's about the people. And there is one just sentence here that Thierry Geert said at the end. He said, like, today the digital became the normal. Who could have thought that? And the physical is not the normal anymore. So it's really like a switch that we have done in not only a year time. So first, let's talk about the people.
Yes.
So people, of course, the first thing that I want to say is the trusts. We spoke, and I heard a lot speaking also about the fear. We live in the fear of death, of falling sick, etc. But so the trust is really important in a mindset that we should all have every day, and it's a new way also of doing leadership. So the trust, as from day one of the lockdown, we had just to trust everyone. Second is, of course, the work from home, and I think we all know now
used to that very quickly.
We're all used to that. And then we spoke about the work-life balance. For some, it's a good balance. For some, we are missing, of course, the social contact. But I think that notion of work-life balance changed a lot.
How did you see that in your own role at Co.Station, where you have flex offices, co-working offices? How many people kept going, and how many used that as their office, and how many stayed really at home? Can you give us a little bit?
But we noticed that people tend to come back also because they had little children at home, and it was quite difficult for them to concentrate and to work.
It's often forgotten.
So they were really alternating, like the father or the mother, one came to the office, the other one stayed at home, and it was really like a switch. And also for people from the team of Co.Station, there was really a switch also of getting out of your home also, and then and work from home also to respect the.
And with us repeating, this will be the new normal. We will not go all back to offices. How do you see this evolve? Will that become flexible?
It will be indeed really a mix of much more trust and it's okay if you work from home, but also understand people who said, I need social contact, I need to interact, I need a team, We
were talking about the human side, also the psyche, the moral, I would say the impact of being alone all the time with the same people. It is eating many of us. Huh?
So, indeed. And that's a third point that was very interesting, is the inclusion.
Yes.
And I think for me, it will be the core thematic of 2021 is the digital inclusion, or how to include people in that digital age where digital is everywhere now. It's very, very important, I think, thematic in 2021. Another point that was very interesting is the consumer, and a lot of people said it, from Ion, who said we are even proposing products from competitors. Yes. We have to put that consumer in the center of buying something digital, but also picking and collecting it maybe in a physical location. The personal and the proactive was also core in the message from KBC. Again, the consumer, they want a personal treatment, they want a personal service, and they also want a proactive service. Not only it was in the slides and in the words of KBC, but also for the insurance, it was like, okay, people now, they just want to have a proactive and a prevention way of managing our lives. And it gives us trust, again, in these times of change. Also, very nice wording also for Belfius. It's like talent, the real people, and it's the real people that do make the difference today in a company and in a way of working together. Real people focus also on the ethical, and we spoke about the ethical also in the AI part of the presentation this morning. Ethical also about the data ownership. We spoke it also this morning, indeed. The data ownership and could ask for consentment, and that the end user, he stays or she stays the owner of her own data, and she can give consentment on what happens with this data.
It's really interesting because the previous year we were talking a lot more about tech and the hardcore and like Bitcoin and how are we going to use crypto to sign all sorts of smart contracts. And this year is a lot more about soft values, I feel.
Yeah.
A lot
Maybe because everything turned to be so digital that we are, it's like all of a sudden we say, oh, by the way, and the people, how does it go with the people?
Okay, that's good. But it's nice to see. We also held BevFuse bringing that up, the importance of the people and the well-being of the people, both inside as employees, as the ones for the customers. Okay, great.
Exactly. Then the ecosystems. And of course, at Co.Station, we do manage, operate and facilitate a lot of ecosystems on energy, on mobility, on food, on building, whatever. So we strongly believe in ecosystems, and really that union of the willing of companies, whatever sides, public or private, to collaborate together, to partner and to make each other much more stronger in building coalitions that will lead the future and have really a lasting impact. Lasting impact linked also to purpose. People who are purpose-driven companies who have a very clear purpose, and it's really in the mentality of the people, in the mindset of the people, tend also to be much more resilient in times of crisis. Okay. We have seen the chapter on AI, very interesting, but interesting again because it turns about people. It's about augmented reality. It's about completing the humans. It's not about replacing. It's about completing, that we have heard in the message of Microsoft.
And gaining their trust that if you use automated solutions, it will not disrupt their jobs. They will not become unemployed. They get higher value jobs and tasks where they can really make the difference and help customers and interpret complex matters.
Yes, indeed. And it was a very nice message from Microsoft this morning. And then, of course, agility, I think it's not new for everyone. Now we know that today is today, but what will happen tomorrow? I don't even know what will happen tomorrow. So we need to be agile. And then a last thing on the people perspective was the we care culture. I love that word about the we care culture. It's not about us, ourselves. It's about we. And we really should take care of the people inside and outside, so employees and the customers. And then you had the second pillar. It was on digital. So digital,
our core, the Digital Finance Summit. We can't skip that subject. Yeah,
indeed. So it's of course about innovation. It's about data, and it's about investments. I was very happy to hear our minister who said that he will really support the fintechs here in Belgium to make our fintechs, startups, scale-ups, whatever, make them bloom.
Yes, and activate the sleeping savings accounts and find new mechanisms to really dynamize that money and get it into the real economy to make sure we don't end up with zombie companies, but that the money goes to the right companies that have a high rate of survival and a high chance of survival. So I really like that message.
It was a very nice message this morning, and I hope we can all make everything to make that happen, of course. It was very interesting also to see on the digital part the power of the digital ID, the power of the digital identification, about the interoperability of the digital ID.
It's a crucial building block, and we have something unique in Belgium that the banks and telcos, they teamed up a little bit against the big tech, as we often call them. We're not using their authentication schemes. We're using a Belgian, the It's Me solution to log into many.
We can be very proud of that and really support It's Me also, and all the possibilities that it can be used for authentication for different services. Of course, it's not a mystery. It's all about online buying, about mobile payments, about QR codes. I like Nathalie, who said QR codes are back. And who have thought that QR codes would be as used as today again?
Yes.
It's of course about contactless, and I like Thierry also, who said like the little ear plugs that we are using not to get contaminated. So the contactless payments, of course, and then cash was king, but now cash today is not used in the same way anymore. It's, of course, to go to a full digital banking, but with a perfect customer experience. And that was also one of the messages of BelFuse and of KBC. So the big bands who said full digital banking, yes, but with a perfect customer experience and an all-in-one approach. And then to end on the digital part, there was, of course, digitalization. We saw it also in the part of robotization and in the part of ensuring automation. Of course, with the right data. Data is needed, but the data should be processed that it can really, again, help the customer to have a better experience. And also, and that was also in a presentation, to have better short and long-term decision makings to avoid risks and to avoid also issues issues that could be considered in SMEs or bigger corporatization. We have seen the importance of cloud. Of course, I think that's a no-brainer that we should continue to focus on that, but also with possible risks. So why also the importance of the cybersecurity. And then as a last word, I think it was also interesting to see how data and tracing of data and analyzing the data in cities can also again work in that proactive of prevention of health, of mobility, and of supporting the citizen with open data. Toon, I hope that I had a very good job done today.
I can only put up my hands and thank you. This would normally be the hug moment where we would all thank you for such a really great summary of a long day with many talks. What I found interesting was the humbling tone of many of the banks. We are no longer pitching everything like we are perfect and we're the best. People are setting the right expectations. And that's something I take away from this Digital Finance Summit. So really big thanks, Beatrice de Mahieu, for wrapping up this whole day. We are now moving to the exciting moment of the ceremony, the award ceremony. So I'm going to start inviting other people on stage here. So please come into the room. We in our program, and we are really on a tight schedule here. I'm putting the buzzer on there to get the right slide. So if the technical room is listening to me or can advance those, I will start telling about those finalists. We had 19 pitches announced. We have 17 that actually showed up and did their pitch today. They are in two big categories, startups, scale-ups, and we're going to give away 4 prizes now. Best pitch, best startups, best scale-up, and you will actually give the public prize away, the 4th one. So I would really like to thank our jury members, where we had Corentin Scarsis, who's from Finance Brussels, I must say. We had Ian O'Sullivan from MasterCard and Frank Mane from Volta Venture. So really specialized people who assessed the quality of those pitches. So I would like to invite the people on stage that are going to give those prizes. So I'm looking at the Regierung. Please send them over here. I see that we have the prizes ready in the room, and I'm waiting for those, and I'm especially calling Henri from MasterCard to join us to give out the first prize. If Henri is not coming, I will start talking about who those jury members actually were. You have this slide here again for you all to follow and see and put a face to those jury members who have gone through the 17 pitches, and their expert opinion will be shared with you in very little time. We are on a short time frame here, so I hope that we can find in the broadcasting building the right persons to award here. So as said before, these are our 4 awards. I'm gonna, for the sake of time, continue clicking while we wait for the people to hand them out. MasterCard, big thanks for everything they have done to support this event. On the side of that, we have Volta Ventures, as said before, we have Cresco, and we have Finance Brussels, who have all been helping us to assess these things. You can feel that I'm winning time here. So I keep pressing the button for the next slide so we can go into the handing out of these prizes. I have the team that is already joining the room here. Henri, I would say, please come forward. Your prize will be handed to you, because the first one we are going to give is the best pitch. This is the point where we get out the drums.
Roll the drums.
The drums. I have to hold the drums? Yeah, but at the same time, they're yelling in my ear, move on. We need to free up the studio. The news is coming. You can't stop them. Corentin, welcome. Please sit down. So you're here for Finance Brussels. Yeah. Great to have you inside. How was your feeling about those pitches?
Very excited. It was a very nice contest. And we had... I was really surprised by the quality of the pitches.
Really? Okay, you're not saying that to please everybody who was there? You really were impressed? Okay.
I was really excited.
Okay, honestly. That's good. Not too tired after being...
Yeah, it has been a long day, obviously.
Okay, we're gonna... Anyway, you know this is gonna be short, so it's almost over that day. Now, for everybody who has tuned in, it's not over when we tell you it's over here. It continues for you online, the online networking and all the online resources in the Bizaboo app. So please do continue to use them even when we shut down here. So without further ado, I would like to give the word to Henri on behalf of MasterCard, the prize of the jury that goes to the best startup is the first one. It is also sponsored by...
is Blanco.
Yeah, so I'm going to applaud. We will all applaud. Normally there would be a room of 600 people applauding, but you will just have to do it with the 4 of us here. But here you are. Please, on behalf of Blanco, we give us a little bit how you feel about winning this prize.
Well, of course, I'm super grateful. Thank you very much for this lovely surprise. As I already said when I started my pitch, I wasn't expecting the jury prize exactly, so it's an additional honor, I would say.
Yeah.
And well, Belgium is a very important growth market for us, so you'll see my equally enthusiastic colleague Koen around often as well. And as soon as COVID-19 permits, I will be happy to come along as well. But first of all, I'll celebrate this award tonight. And well, thanks a lot again. I'm honored. I'm happy.
Great. Say hello to Koen. He's really active in the Belgian community, so you can rest assured this news will go around very quickly. Yeah. Second prize. Again, I'm gonna launch the drums. We have the plastic that will be sent to you. So the second prize that we're going to hand out is the one that Corentin will hand out. I'm already going. So you know it by heart. Who's the winner?
By heart, obviously.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's Opper.
Opper, wow, congratulations again. Opper, you are online to give us your feedback. How do you react to this good news?
Hey, Tom. Hi, guys. So thank you very much for this prize. This was not expected as I did it without slides, but thank you to the jury, thank you to the organizing team, and also thank you to my team and our clients for basically making me able to tell such a great story.
Okay, you get a 10-second pitch to say what Opper is about for those who do not know you yet as a startup. The shortest elevator pitch you have in-house.
Well, we bring the future of mortgages in a digital story to banks. So if you're interested in the future of mortgages, give us a call.
That's an excellent call to action. Thank you for keeping it so concise. So the next prize, we are moving on, Henri, again, back to you, to the scale-up. And I'm pressing the buttons here, the scale-up prize of the jury, the drum is going, and we are sharing the news with everybody. Go ahead.
It is Finsight. Well done, Finsight.
So Finsight, we see that you are online and you can hear us, so you can give us your live reaction for winning the scale-up prize of the jury, and also maybe tell us what you are about.
Not there.
No sound there, so everybody, you will have to just Google and go to Bing, to finsight.be, and don't forget there's more than one search engine out there, and Microsoft is our main sponsor, so we're gonna make you remember that for sure, to also check the alternative search engines today. Last but not least, we have the public prize. Voting went on. There is no recounts. We don't need to go to any court for this, right? It was very conclusive. There we go. Beatrice, you can hand out the FinTech prize.
The winner is Penbox.
Penbox, wow, very, very nice. So Penbox is there to receive it. Hello, Penbox. Give us your pitch.
Hello there.
Plastic is waiting for you. What is Penbox about?
Oh, very, very shortly speaking, we help brokers and insurance to digitalize their interaction with their customers in days rather than years. In a very short nutshell.
We appreciate the short nutshell at this point in time, because we have people waiting. So big last round of applause for all the winners and all the FinTech scale-ups. You are clearly an insurtech. So for the people in the insurance industry who want to see what that looks like, go and check out Penbox and how you can interact with the brokers. So I'm being asked through my earpiece to tell the prizes. So this was the FinTech prize of the public. We have all of the prizes standing there nicely in our studio. In normal times, we would all give you a big round of applause, a bottle of champagne, give you kisses and hugs on stage. But I'm very sorry, you will have to do it with this sad plastic image for the day. But the prize is as real as it was in the past, and you deserve the honor and you get the glory of carrying that on your story. So big thanks for the jury of having gone through all that. Big thanks to MasterCard and to Microsoft for being our two main sponsors. I will actually run through the sponsor list, because it's also Dogbite, Isabel Group, Vivium, we have Infime, so we have lots, and you can all read the logos out there of those companies who made it possible to have this digital day in very professional circumstances. I must say I was quite impressed myself. In very safe circumstances. You have plexiglass between the two of you. It's not always viewable, so we really tried very hard to honor all the government rules and measures to prevent the virus from spreading. So even despite the challenging times, we did manage to pull off a good digital finance summit. And I would say it was awesome, not just that much because of us, because of the great speakers, of the great pitches, of the awesome workshops, but especially to the team that is standing in my room here. And so this is the moment where I really would like to call on stage our organizing team. They have organized this for months. So they had to switch from a physical event to a fully digital event.
Congratulations.
They had to reinvent themselves. The proof is in the eating of the pudding, and today we ate a great pudding, I would say. So really, I enjoyed it. The meal boxes and everything that went with it. So Alessandra and the whole team, big thanks. Now, we have a remote team who is at Silver Square. Caroline, this is like calling mission control to Silver Square. Caroline, can you be relayed to us? We're having a difficulty. The satellites are not aligned. They must be on the other side. So we're going to have to ring it. But so to the whole team of FinTech Belgium that is active at the Silver Square offices where we have the Fire Hub, big thanks for putting everything in such a great and smooth way today. It was I must say, it was a really easy job to be in the studio. Everything was just pointing a clicker, getting instructions to the earpiece, and that's thanks to all of you. So big thanks. Normally we also bring our flowers for you, but despite the COVID that didn't happen, so you can see the amateurism on the side of the hosts here. So big thanks for that. Do you want to say anything yourself, Alessandra?
Oh wow.
We're surprised that you've been surprising me my earpiece all day, so now I get to do the same to you. Go ahead.
No, just thank to the whole team. I have to say lots of people are hidden behind all these walls and all these screens. I think that we have something like 20 people working today, not even including the 80 speakers who joined us today and made it possible. So all the sponsors, we have also a list that is just endless, and it's growing every year. And so thank you very much, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you so much.
And I put on the slide of the sponsors because you're always telling me, don't forget to mention the sponsors. So if you want to sponsor any of our events, Alessandra is the go-to woman to chip in and make your sponsorship deal for the Digital Finance Summit 2021. But you can already support our other events, all digital for the moment, in between too. So with that, I would really like to thank everybody for having been with us. Beatrice for the great summary you gave us. MasterCard again for the great financial support. Microsoft for really teaming up with us. And Finance Brussels for helping us out on the jury and the prizes. Yeah.
Thank you too.
Yeah, well.
And me, thank you. Thank you and Celine.
I have to reinvent myself too, so I like the audience part. So I miss the live audience. I miss all of you, but I really look forward for this whole COVID horror to be over, so we can all reunite, that we can all hug again, that we can all do the normal chit chat that we have at the bars and learn what's happening. But for you, it continues. We have to move out of the studio. Stay tuned in the Bizaboo app. Connect with each other. Keep asking questions, and all the best. Godspeed to everybody.
And see you soon. And see you in the networking.
See you in the networking app. Exactly. We are tuning out because we need to free up this for the news edition that is happening in this broadcast studio. Many thanks for being with us, and see you in the DFS 2021 and all our events happening between now and then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.